There's a lot of things we got to talk about in the tech space. Zotac may have leaked the 5000 series. Intel released their new Battle Mage GPUs. Shortage on AMD 9800x3ds as well. There's a lot we got to get into, so let's get right into it. Well, there was a lot of controversial topics over the weekend with the Nvidia App reducing performance on your system. Now, looking into it further, the app itself is not what's causing the performance issue. There's actually two settings in the app that is actually causing those issues. And there was a lot of articles out there talking about the performance differences with the app installed versus uninstalled. Now, the two main features that do have to be disabled for you not to hit, the performance issues is actually two big features that most people use for this app. Other than that, you pretty much use the app for pretty much letting you know when the new drivers are coming out. So personally, I wouldn't install it. I don't install it myself. I like doing a clean install. But as you can see, Tom's Hardware did an install versus uninstall. It was about like a 5% up to 15% difference in performance. So if you're not one of those users that likes to do their installs manually when it comes to NVIDIA drivers, you can still use the app and just disable the two settings: game filter and NVIDIA overlay. Moving on to AMD 9800x3d shortage. So these came out November 7th, and they've been one of the hottest CPUs we've ever sold here personally at Power GPU. And stock has been very difficult with these CPUs. But AMD is promising a nice refresh when it comes to January. Definitely improvements on the chipset itself. So stock will definitely improve the coming year, which is something they're saying. We really hope that is the case, because right now these bad boys are going off the shelf extremely quick. All right, so you can see here the pricing for the MSRP for the 9800X3D is $479.99 on Amazon, but once you click on it, there's literally nowhere to add to cart. So that's why they're so hard to get, is literally just the price of performance of what you get out of these CPUs. Everything's just flying off the shelf. No joke, yesterday we saw them in stock on Amazon. There was about 3 or 4 available. Literally went to go click on it, the cart updated to 0. They were gone within seconds. So hopefully, like I said, AMD did promise some better stock coming into the new year. Let's hope that happens, and we'll get more of these in our systems. Speaking of the 9800X3D, there's a few memory manufacturers out there trying to get some better timing for you users. So Lexar is coming out, potentially, hopefully they do, with a 6000 C26 kit, which is an amazing achievement. If they can get that done, that would be phenomenal to see. Also, looks pretty sick as well. Looks gorgeous. They did some testing in-house. They compared it to their 6000 C30, and they saw an improvement around 10%. So that's a huge improvement going from 6000 C30 to 6000 C26. So if they do come out with this, this would be definitely the RAM I would recommend for any AMD users. For most of you that are out there, you probably might not know this, but with AMD, you don't want to go too high on the frequency. It actually doesn't improve performance. Sometimes it actually degrades it even more. So the 6000, 6400 is kind of the spot you want to stay at. And what you want to mainly look for is the timing. So Lexar coming out with this at C26 is a massive improvement. We're kind of going backwards with AMD, and then Intel, you want to go higher frequency, again, still lower latency, but they're kind of different spectrums, which is kind of crazy. But like I said, beautiful looking kit of RAM. So hopefully when they come out with this, I'm going to be definitely testing it on a 9800X3D build. Now we're getting into the fun part, GPUs. Literally, this is what everyone's been waiting for. We already got all the CPUs from AMD and Intel for the next generation. Now we're all waiting for the launch of the new AMD GPUs and the Nvidia GPUs. PowerColor gave us a little sneak peek of what they might be designing, which PowerColor is a #1 AMD pretty much AIB partner when it comes to the GPUs themselves, and they always make some of the best looking GPUs as well. So as you can see here, PowerColor mentioned their lineup a little bit. They got a Liquid Devil, Red Devil, Hellhound, Spectral, Red Dragon, and Fighter. And all these, if you guys have seen them previously, these GPUs look ridiculous. Like, I mean, you can clearly see this one. Hopefully when the 8000 series does get announced, which a lot of people haven't been talking too much about the AMD 8000 series. So hopefully when we do get more specs on it, they're going to be competing more against the mid-range GPUs when it comes to NVIDIA. And hopefully these knock it out of the park. We need some competition in this industry, especially against NVIDIA. We need that competition. And Intel announced their new Battle Mage GPU. So you got the B570 and the B580. I was actually watching this live when they introduced the new GPUs. I'm actually happy that they're actually partnering up with different AIBs as well to get all sorts of different designs with them, because before it was just literally straight through Intel. This time we're gonna get a nice assortment, and there's gonna be more availability as well. Performance-wise, it's kind of back and forth between a 4060 and a 4060 Ti, depending on the game you play. Also, they did improve ray tracing performance. Now, all of this performance though you're getting a good amount of VRAM, and the good thing too is the price point of it at MSRP is at $250. Now, keep in mind that's most likely for the reference model, which is like a limited edition model is what they're saying, at $250. And then the AMD partners, you might see them get closer to the $300 range. But I am excited for these GPUs. We're definitely excited to test them out. Like I said, all sorts of different manufacturers out there. Actually, you can kind of see here, MSRP limited edition, $250. Then it climbs all the way up to, wow, $409 for a Gungnir Arc B550 Photon White Edition. That's up there in price. I'm not sure if I'd recommend that one, but it is an all-white GPU, which they are harder to get, so kind of makes sense on that. But again, in between the 4060 and a 4060 Ti performance, right around that $250 to $300 price point. If you want a more rare edition with the white version, then yeah, you have to hit that premium price. But let's see what Intel does. They've been doing pretty good with the A770, so let's see what they do with the B580. As we get closer and closer to the rumored launch date for the 5000 series, obviously there's gonna be some oopsies, some accidents happen. And on this one, Zotac leaked some information on not only the 5090, but all the way down to the 5080, 5070 Ti, and the 5070. Again, these are, to me personally, I mean, I know these are leaks, but I'm still gonna keep it as rumored information, even though they did have it on their website, and you can clearly see there is a drop down right there, literally stating the names. But we'll see what happens as far as the names go. So as of right now, they did confirm on the actual specifications for the 5092. On the left-hand side of the website, they have like a thing where you can select pretty much the RAM type, GDDR6, GDDR7, so on and so forth. And they also have a little memory selection which says 32 gigs. And they added that recently. The last GPUs the highest was 24 gigs, which was the 4090. And now there's a new check mark for 32 gigs. So most likely that is gonna be the 5090 at 32 gigs of VRAM, which is awesome. That's really sick. GDDR7 memory as well on it. Still, when it comes to the other GPUs themselves, like the 5080, it's rumored is to be 16 gigs. I really do hope that they do increase it a little bit more, but we're probably not gonna get that. They kind of probably wanna have that separation between the 5080 and the 5090 for that price difference, which we have no idea what the price is gonna be yet. Rumors are flying off the shelf again, close to $2499 or $2,000, somewhere around that ballpark. And then the other interesting part too is they're rumored to announce the 4 GPUs at the same time, which they've never done. They usually announce the 5090, 5080, usually hold off on the 5070, or the 70 series, should I say, into like 2 or 3 weeks after. But this time it's rumored to talk about 4 of them, actually 5 of them, because now they have the D models as well, but that's the China version. So 5090, 5080, 5070 Ti, and a 5070. The other thing too is the 5060, which I'm kind of disappointed in it. I hope this is not the case, but they are still stating that it might have 8 gigs of VRAM. We're moving into 2025. 8 gigs of VRAM, that same variant has been using now for the past, what, 4 generations now? And games are becoming a lot more hungry when it comes to VRAM usage. So we definitely want to see an uptick on VRAM, which we do have a 4060 Ti 16 gig variant right now at the moment, but they usually come out with those later on, after about a year since the card has been out. So hopefully these rumors are true when it comes to the 5090, when it comes to the VRAM. Again, it showed up on Zotac's website by accident. And as you can clearly see, the 2 GPUs, those are, again, they might be concept art. I'm not sure if those are the official ones, but they do look pretty good. The one to the left, you can see it kind of looks like the older generation of the 40 series. I've never seen the design to the right. Looks pretty cool, kind of looks like a Strix, like 30 series Strix model. But again, all rumored. It's very close to the date, and we do truly hope to see these final specifications and definitely get our hands on it and get some really good benchmarks for you all. So that is pretty much it for this segment of the news for this tech space. It's been kind of a crazy ride this year, and we can't wait till the following year. Also, with CES right around the corner, we are gonna be there. So if you guys do wanna link up, please reach out to us. We'll definitely be setting up some meetings to have some conversations with all different types of partners. And yeah, we'll definitely have a good time over there. And don't forget powergpu.com to get some of the best PCs out there. And we just also partnered with Ponage, so we now carry their peripherals on our website. Really good quality, really good product. I enjoyed it so far. But that's gonna be it. Take care. Peace.